So I was gonna try to drive and do this, but I might be a little rusty driving and vlogging at the same time. Also, this is not Florida. This is Philly, and people drive crazy. And yeah, people are rude out here. I saw something on the news. A poll was taken and it was on the news. I think it was sometime last year, and that Philly ranked as one of the rudest cities in the nation.
Philadelphia is often called a kind but not nice city. According to a study by Preply, Philadelphia ranked #1 for the rudest city and locals in America.
Yeah, the study surveyed 1,500 residents of the 30 largest metropolitan areas in the United States. The residents were then asked to rate the rudeness of the average resident in their city on a scale of 1 to 10.
Now, while the average city score for rudeness is a 5.10, Philadelphia received a score of 6.43. Oh, we're rude, and we know
You think
it.
so? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
They ain't lying. I thought it was New York, but like, people are rude out here, myself included, which actually leads me to the topic of this discussion. This is going to be more about the larger conversation about Gen Alpha can't read, or iPad kids, or whatever. I watched Khadija Mbo's video about it. She did excellent. Also, I just recently watched Tiffany Ferg's video about something similar, learned helplessness. And I just want to offer my 2 cents. By the way, watch those 2 videos. They don't need any mentions, Khadija and Tiffany Ferg, because they have larger audiences than I do, but still watch it. It'll give more context. So I want to speak on it because I think that's something that you'd be familiar with if you work in hospitality, or if you work in customer service. You experience this a lot. I work at a grocery store, and a lot of the times I'll get people asking like what I consider to be silly questions. It's so funny because they preface it by saying like, I have a stupid question, and then we have to respond, oh, like there's no such thing as a stupid question. And I'm like, I beg to differ, because they'll ask like, where's the sour cream? And I'll have to point and say, it's right there on your right hand side where it says sour cream. And they go, oh, like it's clearly written there. There's signs everywhere, but still some people don't want to make the effort. And I understand some of the people who come in there, maybe they've never done your shopping by themselves. Maybe some of them all your lives, maybe your husbands or your wives have done the shopping for them, or maybe they have like help at home that does the shopping for them. Okay, valid. And then there's the crew that comes in, you're always in a hurry, they don't want to have to figure things out, so they ask, where's this at? Okay, valid. Sometimes you're in a hurry, you don't want to have to look for things. And then there's the crew that's just, I don't want to call it lazy, but it's more like you're just diva attitude. The other day, somebody had asked me a question about a specific spice, not my department. So what I do is I get on the walkie, I call the department in charge of that spice. Where is this item? While the people are standing in front of me, and it's loud so they can hear what the person is responding. They say aisle number 8 or whatever. So I say, thank you, whatever. So I turn around and tell the people, yeah, what you're looking for is in aisle number 8. And I keep doing what I'm doing, cutting cheese. And the people are still standing there. So not only have I just helped you, it's like you want me to walk over there and get the item for you. So I keep doing what I'm doing, cutting my cheese. And like 2 minutes later, they get the hint. You're like, oh, so aisle number 8, should we? And I'm like, yes. As in like, go. I've told you what the thing is. And you can say that's bad customer service. I would argue, no, it's not. I didn't say no to them. I helped them out. I told them where the thing was, and now they want me to like go and get it for them. I'm not the help. I'm sorry. Now, we are technically required to walk our customers to specific areas if they have a question. However, seeing as though that we are short-staffed and we have things to do, it is impossible to walk every single person to whatever it is they're looking for. I get over 100 questions a day. I cannot walk all those 100 people to those items, because then that means I'll have to neglect my own work and I won't get anything done, and that doesn't make sense. Now, in some cases when the person needs a little bit more help, like there was a case where a lady had just had surgery, so she was slower moving and needed more assistance, that's different. But if you're very capable with 2 strong legs, then hey, I'll just give you directions and you figure out the rest. It's the same thing that happened when I was also in Disney. You would have people asking questions like, what time is the 3 o'clock parade? Sir, you just answered your own question there. Or they'll say like, where's Disney World? And we're like, you're here. And like, understandably, when they ask for Disney World, you're really talking about where is the Magic Kingdom, the one with the castle. But yeah, we had a good time answering the question that way. Also, there are factors that can affect people not being able to do things by themselves. Being neurodivergent is one of those things, or if you can't read or there's problems processing, those are things to consider. This brings me back to when I first came to the US. I remember my uncle like driving us around Philly and telling us, just giving us the lowdown on everything. And the one thing that he said that I remember until today is, if you go to any metropolitan cities, the setup is very similar. And the way he explained it is, for instance, here in Philly, you have the main street. So like, let's say Market Street or Broad Street. And then you have the intersecting street. It's usually a numbered street. I used the same concept when I went to New York and I was able to get around, not having been to New York ever. Same thing in Chicago. I went to Chicago by myself and I was able to get around based on that. So he did emphasize reading. Makes sense now, because then when I see people asking me these questions and the sign is right there and you never read the sign, I'm like, I remember what my uncle said. And my uncle was a school teacher for quite a while. It's now that I'm appreciating it. So that's all I had to say on that. Hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys tomorrow.